A journal entry, signed by Noctua Gaunt.
Gaunt? Ominous. Your family was here.
I know. She was my aunt.
You knew? Didn't tell me. The rubble formed a relief of a person facing a snake.
That must be the voice I hear. The voice is ancient.
You hear a voice?
It started when you repaired that relief. I hear a whisper saying, "Speak to me." I'm a parcel mouth. I can hear and speak to snakes. Nearly all known parcel mouths are descended from Salazar Slytherin.
I wish all Slytherins could talk to snakes.
You might not want the ability to speak past the tongue. It's often associated with dark wizards. I haven't spoken it in ages, but I'd wait. I'm hoping you're having second thoughts.
Believe me, I am having thoughts, but I'm still convinced we should go ahead.
It's ironic. When I left home, I vowed to leave the dark arts. I can't believe I'm doing this.
It worked! Ominous, you possess a rare ability indeed.
Between the two of you, I'm starting to feel left out.
Between the two of us?
Never mind. There's
Rebellion.
no clear way forward.
Like a maze. Salazar Slytherin
Good
most
grief.
likely wanted this to be difficult to solve.
Revelio!
The door we came from, it closed. And there's more than one gate ahead.
Then look closely at each gate for clues.
Confringo! Revelio!
The brazier. When the door closed, it lit up.
The dial requires focus.
Aunt Noctua said the same. It may take practice to solve it. That didn't sound good.
Salazar Slytherin didn't make this easy.
This journal entry, it mentions getting lost and being unwelcome.
Poor Aunt Noctua.
This is looking rather dire, isn't it?
You sound surprised. You're in a maze designed by Salazar Slytherin.
All the gates have symbols. And there are symbols on the dial.
Revelio! Lumos!
Perhaps the symbols on another gate will match this dial.
Matching the symbols did open it.
Was about to do that myself. But you got to it first. Nice work.
Lumos.
We've got more to solve ahead.
Search.
Revelio.
It may not be obvious which leads where.
Lumos. Not sure references painful and arduous challenges, but also rewards.
Painful. That's the part I'm wary of.
All I heard was rewards. Keep going.
Revelio. Lumos. Another gate.
Seems Slytherin like to play games.
Must run in the family.
Look in a mirror, Sebastian. That sounded promising.
Another dial solved.
Impressive. Nice work.
Incendio! Ominous, your aunt wanted to change your family's traditions.
She did. And she was my favorite person in the world for it.
Revelio. Lumos.
Another welcoming sort, was he? Excellent work. We're another step closer to the scriptorium.
Lumos.
I spotted something ahead. Looks troubling.
This whole place is troubling, but for my aunt's sake, we cannot stop now.
Protego, the gate! Lumos.
I think we're locked in. Again.
Then Salazar Slytherin is not yet finished with us.
Confringo! Ominous. A skeleton. And Noctua's last journal entry. She mentions being trapped here, blocked by an unforgivable curse.
This is where she died. This is where we'll die. I shouldn't have listened to either of you.
Ominous, I'm truly sorry about your aunt. But I know what to do. It's going to be difficult.
You said you know what to do.
Tortured faces on the door, and Crucio is etched into the stone. My guess is if we cast the Cruciatus curse, the door will open. That's why Noctua died. She had no one to cast the curse on. Ominous has the most experience with this. He should cast it. You seem to be in Ominous's favor. Will you ask him about this?
He does seem a bit cross with you. I'll speak with him.
Good. Wish we had some liquid luck.
All of this could have been avoided.
Ominous. I hadn't imagined we'd end up trapped like this.
Salazar Slytherin did. He's to blame for many unimaginable things. I overheard you and Sebastian, and I won't do it.
Sebastian told me a little of what happened when you were young. Sounds as if you hadn't...
Should have known he would have told you. And one always has a choice. I'm as guilty as the unforgivable curses won't work unless you really mean them. I had to want to cause pain, and for that I shall never forgive myself. That spells the reason I have no family left. If you cast Crucio, you will regret it forever.
What do we do now?
Ridiculous! As if dying. It's up to us.
Wait, you didn't say you knew how to cast Crucio?
Because I'm not sure I do. Ominous knows that, yet he's left us no choice. I don't yearn to follow in Noctua Gaunt's footsteps. I think I can cast it if I have to.
I want to learn the curse, and I think it's best if I cast it on you.
Very well, if that's what you want. To perform the spell, raise your wand, point it at me, and firmly declare Crucio. Hold on as long as you can.
Ready?
I'm ready.
Are you all right?
That pain. I would have done anything to make it stop. But I'll survive. Let's keep moving. We made it.
Revelio.
We found Salazar Slytherin's scriptorium.
I can't believe we...
Sebastian, Ominous. There's a book just here.
You found something.
You two go ahead. Let me know what's in it. I'll wander around a bit.
May I have a look?
What do you think?
Looks like a spellbook of some kind. This is incredible. A Hogwarts founder's possession. What an honor. Still can't believe Ominous never told me about his aunt and what she found.
What will you do with Slytherin's spellbook?
What I do with every book. Read it. Having professors as parents ingrained that habit early on. But I can do that later. For now, I say we explore this room. It's breathtaking.
Revelio.
I don't want to leave, but I owe you. Both of you. Without both of you, we'd never have made it this far.
We were lucky. We could have died. We must swear never to do this again.
I see a way out.
Best news I've heard all day.
Ominous. About your aunt.
Please, Sebastian. I meant what I said before. We swear, right now, never to engage in anything to do with dark magic again.
Understood. I'm truly sorry about your aunt, Ominous.
I suppose after all this, I am grateful to know what happened to her. Thank you. We are all in your debt for stopping Ranrock and his loyalists. Thanks. Duncan owes his reputation to you.
Lucan Brattleby must have nearly wet himself on you on every...
can do this. I can do this. They will want to help.
Is this where we're meeting the Centaurs?
Well, they don't exactly know we're coming, so it's less of a meeting and more of a surprise, I suppose.
Once we tell them about the Snidgets, they'll understand why we came and they'll want to help.
I hope you're right. Perhaps they'll be able to tell that we're sincere. There's something about them that's so knowing.
I suppose they are known for having an air of omniscience.
That's exactly the right word.
What is it?
It's...
That's right. We'll simply be honest with them about what we're trying to...
Yes, of course. We'll meet with them, tell them about...
What do you think you're doing here, humans?
Please! We were hoping to speak with you.
Ah! I suppose you'd like a tale for your friends of the time you spoke to a centaur, and it spoke back.
No, never! We're here because we need your help.
Enough! You made a grave error in judgment in coming here, little witch.
Leave them be, Alec. We do not harm the young. It is not our way.
You forget your place, old fool. I'm the leader of this herd, and while you cling to our way, their kind continue to slaughter beasts like us without a care!
From what I can see, they have slaughtered no one. They will leave here unharmed.
Mark my words, Doran. If I ever see them again, it will be all 3 of your heads.
Foolish children. Do you know what happens to wizards who wander here? Now, follow me before
Golden
I...
Snidgets are still alive, and the poachers are after them. They know that the key to finding them lies in the moonlight, but they don't know what that means, yet. Please, help us find the Snidgets before the poachers do.
Could it be? In the south, there is a cave within which lies what the poachers seek. A moonstone. Retrieve it and place it in the henge in the forest. I, on the other hand, must go speak with the herd. Find me after you have done this.
I don't understand. So the moonlight mentioned in the journal doesn't refer... What do moonstones have to do with Snidgets? And why was he so certain about where we could find one?
Isn't Moonstone all around us? Why retrieve one from a cave?
Knowing centaurs, I suspect he's referring to a specific moonstone. We'll likely know it when we see it.
I don't know, but I am inclined to believe him, what with his being a centaur and all.
I am too. It is a shame how quickly he left. What was his name? Doran.
That's what the leader of the herd called him.
Well, if Doran knows something we don't, I'd rather act now and ask questions later. I can head to the library and start looking into the cave you mentioned. I'll let you know what I find.
Here's one of those tables Professor Shah mentioned.
Revelio.
I've always said that trouble. Mind.
There they are. She wasn't making it up. Well, we've come this far. Miss Willardsey might get an answer about these butterflies. Well, well. Look what we have here. Does it get any more cozy than Hogsmeade?
You're back! Nice to see you again. Thanks for stopping by. Hope to see you again.
Oh, please tell me you have an answer for me about the butterflies.
Hello, Miss Willardsey.
Well, what happened? Did you find them?
They led me into the forest and revealed a treasure.
Oh, how lovely! I'm glad you were rewarded for your efforts. Perhaps one day I'll be able to bring myself to go into the forest. For now, I'm happy simply knowing there's something so lovely to see, should I dare.
beg your pardon, but...
Is everything all right?
Oh, bless you. Oh, thank you for asking. I'm Betty. It's my dear friend.
Hazel?
She doesn't like to leave the forest, so... well, the last Hazel, loyal friend that she is...
I'm sorry to hear that.
I want to help her, but I know you Hogwarts students. Perhaps you could...
How did you become so close with the unicorn?
It was luck, truly. I came across her when she was a little golden. Oh, she trusted me straight away. Oh, I do hope she'll be all right. But I'm terrified.
I'll keep an eye out for your unicorn.
Oh, you've a goods. I don't know precisely where she is, but... And although I haven't been able to brush her lately... Remember, you'll know her by her brilliant coat.
I need to look for a unicorn with a beautifully bright coat. It sounds as if she's in trouble. Hazel must be here somewhere. Revelio! Come on, Hazel. Revelio. Arresto momentum. Now, I'm only trying to help.
What was that? What's this?
Lumos. Potato.
Nothing.
Cruising.
You dead. You will fall.
Arresto momentum. Bombarda. Arresto momentum. Incendio. Arresto momentum. Arresto momentum. Who lived here, I wonder? Potato! Stupid one! Arresto momentum.
Spiders. worth the trouble if you ask.
Arrest the momentum. Arrest the momentum.
I can take Hazel back to a vivarium now. I should let Madame Bugbrook know she's safe. Hogsmeade, here I come.
Pardon me?
Madame Bugbrook, I found your unicorn friend Hazel.
Oh, what a relief! Is she all right? Are you all right? Do you have a safe place for her to stay?
We're both fine. And I have a safe place for her at Hogwarts.
You've a kind heart, you do. I'm relieved and thankful that you'll take care of her. I shall miss my sweet pointy pony, but I know she's... Take good care of Hazel now.
Everything's all right now.
Oh no!
I'd better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones. Accio! Well, that's one of Zenobia's gobstones. I hardly see what all the fuss is about.
I can't believe we found ourselves trapped in that scriptorium. Never again.
You'll never believe what I've
What
learned.
did you discover in the spellbook we found in the scriptorium?
Salazar Slytherin's spellbook was a little difficult to interpret, but fascinating. Evidently, he encouraged teaching dark magic at Hogwarts. Neither the Imperious Curse nor the Killing Curse was unforgivable during his time. He believed students should be prepared to use dark magic when necessary, not to fear it. That's why we had to use Crucio to gain access to the scriptorium. He didn't want his knowledge shared with anyone who was afraid of the power of dark magic.
It was hard to do, but casting Crucio was our only option.
And I'm glad we did it, because in the spellbook I also found something else. References to a lost relic, which, from what I can tell, grants the holder the power to reverse dark magic curses.
And you think this relic might be able to save Anne?
Precisely. I plan to search for this relic, but I don't think we should tell anyone. Especially Ominous. He wouldn't understand.
I see no reason to involve Ominous.
I'm glad you agree. When I know more, I shall send an owl. And don't feel sorry for Ominous. Keeping this to ourselves for now is for his own good.
I'll decide what's for my own good.
Ominous, we were just about to get some air. Care to join?
You're a liar, Sebastian. I heard everything. You swore you'd never engage in anything to do with dark magic again.
No, I didn't. I said I understood you wanting that. I'd never swear to give up on finding a cure for Anne.
You don't know when to stop, do you?
I know when not to stop. Leave this alone, Ominous. I'll be on my way.
I am not letting this go.
Ominous, Sebastian meant well.
I know what I heard. You knew I wouldn't agree with this. Going after that relic is not a good idea. Sebastian doesn't even realize it, but he's as irresponsible and reckless now as his parents were years ago. It's why they died.
I knew his parents died, but I never heard what happened.
Mr. and Mrs. Sallow were professors. Anne and Sebastian were upstairs when it happened. Their parents had crumpled to the floor. A defect with the lamp in the cellar caused the room to fill with Sebastian and Anne were...
What a horrible story.
It is. That's why I can't understand Sebastian's recklessness. I've practically lost Anne. I cannot lose Sebastian too. Please.
Those references in the book seem promising.
Everything to do with Salazar. I hope Sebastian pursues this. No. It would mean a lot.
I'd better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones. Accio! Well, that's one of Zenobia's gobstones.
So frustrating. You wanted to speak with me, Mother?
I had hoped to speak with you alone, Natsai.
Your message mentioned your concern about an unusual creature that was spotted in the woods near Hogsmeade. That could have been anything.
You know what it was, Natsai.
I am allowed to leave the castle. I am always careful, Mother.
Careful? Officer Singer disagrees. She sent me an owl telling me that you have been trying to collect evidence of some kind against dark wizards. She berated me for not keeping a closer eye on you, and she is right. I do not want you visiting Hogsmeade for the near future.
But Mother!
My little gazelle, you are well-intentioned.
If someone had meddled in Matabeleland, Father would still be with us.
I must get to...
She never listens to me.
She called you her little gazelle. Is that a term of endearment where you're from?
It is specific to me. Self-transfiguration is not taught at Hogwarts, so I am gently disguised. And it is in my gazelle form that I have been able to wander the Highlands rather free. That is how I managed to spy on Rookwood and Harlow.
How does it feel to transform into an animal?
Well, the first time it can be a bit unnerving. I felt a kind of searing pain and a strong double heartbeat. But it gets easier the more you do it. I no longer feel any pain, and I must say, I find a sense of comfort in the double heartbeat. And I love being able to view the world from a different perspective.
Can you choose what form your animagus will take?
Oh no, a person's animagus form is determined by their personality. My mother is convinced that my form is a gazelle because I adapt well to any situation. I believe it is because I can sense danger and keep my wits about me.
Were you born an animagus, or did you learn to become one?
Animagi are not born. The process is quite elaborate. It involves holding a mandrake leaf in one's mouth for an entire month, then placing the leaf in a crystal phial so that it is imbued with moonlight, then adding one of your own hairs. And that is just the beginning. Self-transfiguration is common among students at Wagadu, but Professor Weasley considers it much too dangerous to teach at Hogwarts.
Now the nickname makes sense. What an extraordinary ability to have.
It is. I love transforming, but Mother is less enthusiastic about it. She says that no creature, especially one as rare as a gazelle, should be bounding about where poaching has become so prevalent. She claims that she has foreseen tragedy befall me in my gazelle form, but she has used her sight to control me too.
She's concerned for your safety. It may be best.
That may be safe, but I do not believe that it would be best. Do you? You could have fled the moment you discovered that Rookwood, Harlow, and Ranrock were after you, but I choose to act as you have. My mother can... Thank you for being here during that rather awkward conversation.
And why is she always holding his hand? I was trapped on the grand staircase once. Every time I tried to step off.
Handy resource indeed, your field guide.
I'd better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones. Revelio! Accio! Just one more gobstone.
Revelio.
I'd better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones.
Revelio. Arresto momentum. Accio. Revelio. Incendio. Bombarda.
I'd better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones.
Accio.
Travel broadens the mind.
Revelio. Accio.
That's the last of Zenobia's gobstones. I should go and see her.
Revelio.
Pardon me, is everything all right?
No, it's not. We only had 2 bells to go, but she just had to go and spoil things.
I'm afraid I don't follow. Who spoiled?
Professor Black ordered Mr. Moon to take down the... Those bells are a part of Hogwarts. I wasn't about to let that happen. We've always been a duo of sorts, Adelaide and Evangeline. Addie and Evie. Anyway, it was going swimmingly until Black started asking questions. Then she wasn't comfortable with our rule breaking. Now I'm stuck, unable to tell which bell goes where.
Is it really that important that the bells go back up?
Is it really that important? Those bells likely told a young Merlin that he was running late to Charms, or called Ignatia Wild. We can't simply fiddle with history.
It's certainly an odd decree, even for Black, taking...
I agree. I thought it might also have been that they interrupted his hourly naps. That's all he does in his office, you know. But then I heard...
I can.
I breaks out in a sweat every hour on the hour.
Perhaps I could help.
Really? Oh, that would be... You're certainly of more...
I imagine that... in the bell tower.
I hope you've had more luck than I did tracking down my gobstones.
Hello, Zenobia. I found all your gobstones.
Really? I didn't think it was possible. However did you do it?
Common sense and basic magic.
Well, may I have my gobstones back?
Of course. They are yours after all.
Oh, how wonderful. I shall dedicate all of my future victories to you. Speaking of which, now that I have all my gobstones back, I wonder if anyone in the common room would be up for a game.
I'm sure they'd be willing to play after the trouble spent getting them back. It's a fine idea.
Isn't it? Oh, we'll have so much fun together laughing as all the losers get sprayed, which won't include me. Very well, off I go. Wish me luck.
Well, that's one of Zenobia's gobstones. I hardly see what all the fuss is about. Seems a pleasant enough little place.
Flying's never been my fault.
Mysterious and a bit unsettling.
You're here. Good.
Sebastian, that relic you mentioned.
I believe one of Slytherin's students stumbled upon the relic during an assignment to study sarcophagi in this catacomb. From what I read in a report by the student, they weren't permitted to take it with them, so I must assume it's still here. As I mentioned earlier, this relic grants its holder the power to reverse dark magic curses. If it's in this catacomb, I have to...
I'd be interested to know what else the student discovered.
Have a look. Unfortunately, there's no name on it, but I suspect if it was important enough for Slytherin to stash in his spellbook, it's worthy of further study.
I'm ready to explore the catacomb. Perhaps we can visit Anne when we've finished.
Perfect. By the way, Ominous has been asking about you. You didn't tell him what we were doing, did you?
I didn't. I promise.
Good. Ominous would be livid if he knew what we were... I'll be interested to compare what lies inside to what I've read about this catacomb. I'm sure that foul smell is the scent of success. Try not to lose your nerve just yet.
Arrest those momentum. At least now we know we're not alone in here.
Perhaps that was it. And the rest of the tomb will be insect.
Yeah, spiders aren't insects.
Don't start.
Accio! Bombard them!
Incendio. Accio. We're here for a reason.
Revelio.
I'd say opening them all is justified. This room is taller than it looks. Incendio. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Finding a chest in an inconspicuous loft. Brilliant. Accio. Arresto Momentum. Revelio. We've read the world of another style. I shall sleep better tonight. Incendio. Accio. Protego. Accio. Revelio. Watch your step. I nearly slipped there. Incendio. Springo. Accio. Bombardo. Crucio. Protego. Stupefy. Revelio. Brass. It no longer feels like a tomb. I've read about catacombs that underwent expansion efforts and ran into problems. Often cave-ins. And then were abandoned. Exactly. We'll be fine, though. Revelio. Now this is the sort of great room I want to be buried in.
Surrounded by grandeur.
Grandeur and then some. Even an altar with a pile of bones. Lovely.
Bones outside a sarcophagus. Seems odd.
Accio. Incendio. Arresto.
There's something here by the altar.
What did you find?
Looks like part of a student's diary. It mentions plans to return for the relic and conjuring back.
Of course. The student's summary referenced a space beyond the Great Room, which means this can't be a dead end. Let's divide and conquer. You work on sorting out the bone back. Hold on to that diary entry.
It does mention something else. It says their next assignment was learning the Imperius curse.
Really? Interesting. We need to focus on moving beyond this room. But let me think for a moment.
Do you think the pages were left here on purpose?
Slytherin mentioned a student who excelled in charms and always carried a satchel stuffed full of notes. They might have been left on purpose, or the student may have simply dropped them.
Of course. I'll start to search for those barricades.
Brilliant. There's more to this than even I know. Look, bones stacked oddly on either side of this archway.
Leave no stone unturned. Or in this case, no bone.
Bombarda! Revelio!
Accio! We're in the tomb. I assume eerie sounds come with the territory. Revelio! Accio! Wingardium Leviosa! Accio! Wingardium Leviosa!
You've done it! I knew we'd get through. I felt it in my bones.
Nice.
Before we trudge on further, I just realized something. The student's diary mentions the Imperius Curse. I wouldn't be surprised if we're going to need it here. It's an unforgivable, but useful when you're outnumbered. Places the victim completely under the caster's control. So, if you'd like to learn Imperio, I can teach you.
Shouldn't I know more about what the curse entails?
Remember the blasting curse? Same idea, except when it comes to unforgivable curses, your intention has to be clear. You have to mean it.
Where did you learn the Imperious curse?
I taught myself. Don't tell Ominous that I've told you. It's not exactly something I can brag about, but it may come in handy. I think you ought to know it.
It's probably wise to know the spell.
I couldn't agree more. A spell that could save your life shouldn't be unforgivable. You have a lot at stake. You have an ability that evidently no one's seen for centuries. Focus your wand movement. It's not an easy spell to master. Here we go. Something troubling ahead. Be on your guard.
Revelio. Imperio. Revelio. Bovada. Incendio. Revelio. Bombarda. Revelio.
The barricade. Considering how well you did on the last
Accio.
one, it should be a cinch.
How gracious of you.
I try.
Wingardium Leviosa. Accio. Revelio. Accio.
That works. Keep going.
Accio. Revelio. Accio. Revelio. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Revelio. Accio. Revelio. Accio.
Incendio. Bombarda. Revelio. Crucial. That spelled with attention. Never knew spiders could make such a mess.
Bit dramatic, isn't it?
Incendio.
Revelio.
This catacomb has suffered decay, just as the student's summary described.
I doubt anyone's been here in quite some time.
Incendio. Revelio. Revelio. You are head and shoulders above these bones. Nicely done. I see why Slytherin's student was so entranced with this place. Crucial. That's spelled with attention. Incendio. Bombarda. Crucial. Incendio. Accio. Bombarda. Stupid one. Crucial.
For a moment there I thought that'd never end.
Incendio. Get in. Lovely. All that for nothing.
Hold on. Don't give up yet. Revelio. Sebastian! The relic! Look! Could it be? The note and rendition of the relic. It matches. This must be where the student left the relic.
I can't believe it. After all this, it lines up. We've really found it.
What do you suppose is meant by the dark sacrifice required to realize the relic's potential?
I have no idea. But we're here for the relic.
I'm willing to ignore what the journal entry says. We're taking the relic.
Agreed. This is meant to be. For Anne's sake, I'm taking it. Let's get to Feldcroft. I must... Ominous! The sounds we kept hearing. It was you.
You gave me no choice. I had to follow you. Sebastian, please, leave the relic alone. We can find another way to help Anne.
I'm sorry, Ominous, but I'm taking it.
No, you're not. If you won't put it back, then I will.
Hold on, both of you. Sebastian, please, take a step back.
Fine, but Ominous knows I won't step back from a fight.
I can't believe this.
How much did you hear?
Everything. I heard you encourage Sebastian to take the relic.
Sebastian's done his research. He knows what he's doing.
Sebastian makes things sound easy when they could be impossible or dangerous. We need to stop him.
And if nothing will change his mind?
Something has to. I need your help.
Sebastian's right. We need that relic.
I'm sorry. My mind is made up.
Are you willing to sacrifice your friendship over this?
I might be. How could I choose to stand by and watch him do this?
What if the choice wasn't yours? You wouldn't be to blame for what happens.
What in the world are you suggesting? Imperium?
That's what I'm saying. I would take all responsibility. This could save your friendship. I know how to cast it. Sebastian taught me. But I won't do it unless you agree.
This is insanity. I can't believe you would ask this of me.
Sebastian is never going to give up trying to cure Anne. If you try and stop him now, he'll never forgive you.
Fine. This is unfathomable. But I suppose if you want that responsibility, it may just save what is left of my friendship with Sebastian. Remember, this is what I was telling you about the dark arts. They come with a cost. You may well regret making this choice. Do what you have to do. Cast it. Before I change my mind.
Imperio! Step aside, Ominous. Stay in place until we're out of sight.
I will.
Sebastian, come on.
What did you do?
Imperio. It was the only way to get out of here without a fight.
Ominous, I'm sorry.
Sebastian, we have to go.
Incendio!
You need the relic.
I know. But not like this.
Ominous and I agreed. Surely there's a difference between casting Imperio on someone without their knowledge and casting it with permission.
I understand what you're saying. I do, but...
I've taken full responsibility. You have my word.
We've always looked out for each other, Ominous and I. I hope he knows that hasn't changed. How long will the spell last? How long must Ominous stay in the tomb?
The curse is lifted already. He'll easily find his way out of the catacomb just as we did. He'll be all right, Sebastian.
When we get to Feldcroft, I'd rather Anne not know what had to be done to him. He thinks like Ominous. It'd only upset her. Oh no.
What is it?
Over there, by the hamlet. Feldcroft's in trouble. They're under attack.
Let's hurry.
I walked in before we were.
Was that you then? Not quite as scared as
I will expose.
I'm handling it. Here we go.
There's nowhere to go.
We have to fight.
To the right!
Boy! What have you done?
Saved my sister.
With an unforgivable curse. From that damned book, no doubt. Your father would be ashamed. You've gone too far, Sebastian. Stay away from her. From all of us.
What did my uncle expect me to do? The Imperious curse saved Anne's life. That goblin was going to kill her.
You did what you had to do.
If I have to keep proving that to my uncle, I will. He cannot banish me from my own home.
It might be best to let him calm down a while. May I speak?
You may be right. Very well. Probably. Reparo. Revelio.
What was he thinking?
Pardon me, Mr. Sallow.
What Sebastian did was inexcusable. You cannot possibly be about to defend him.
Sebastian and I have encountered Ranrock's loyalists before. That goblin would have killed Anne.
This family does not resort to using dark magic, even again. That you are defending Sebastian's behavior at all. Sebastian is to come nowhere near Feldcroft. Nowhere. If I hear that either of you continues down this path. Why, Sebastian?
Revelio.
You can't imagine how inconvenient travel was before.
The castle must have been quite stately in its time.
Are you ready to put an end to Harlow?
I'm ready to do what's needed to take Harlow down. I know you have a plan.
We must gather information from the friends of Agabus Filbert.
All right.
And as my mother would never go near the Hogshead.
Very well.
I knew I could. We need to know how. Meet me here. Hopefully, by the time you return, I will be able to move a bit more.
Mrs. Rabe should be nearby.
Oh, Isco, what have I done?
Mrs. Rabe, I wondered if I might speak with you about Theophilus Harlow. I'm afraid...
Poor Joanna and little Archie. And now Harlow has taken my darling...
What do you mean?
I'm a security guard at Gringotts, and my husband is a curse breaker for them. Harlow approached me about helping him extort my colleagues.
And you decline?
Of course I decline, the note stated. But the help Harlow wants is help that I cannot...
Thank you, Mrs. Rabe. Knowing the lengths that Harlow will go to is helpful, albeit.
Mr. Bickle was trying to help us.
I shall do all I can to get evidence.
Very well. Here's the note I received. You must be...
Some evidence worth hanging on to.
Thank you. I hope it's...
Now, to find Mr. Bickle's other two friends. Dr. Dibble works at Gladwell's. Why should you...
Please tell me you didn't take it.
Mr. Dibble, may I speak?
I've nothing to say about him. May I interest you in a stunning...
Please, sir, I'd like to...
You know the Bickles?
I know Mr. Hill. He was kind to me the day of the troll attack.
Oh, he's a good man. But even it started a few weeks ago. I had the note behind the counter and offered to help him. Instead, I went into the storeroom to check on what turned out to be...
What was in the note?
It was a note from Rosie Hill, Mr. Hill's daughter. You see, we haven't told Mr. Hill yet. Harlow advised me in no uncertain terms that my...
What did he ask you to do?
It all happened so quickly. He said, your secret is safe as long as I can I've been able to cover for his requests but I can't keep it out for much longer.
I met Mr. Hill the day of the troll attack.
He's a lovely man, but when it comes to... I'd lose my job
What have you been doing to keep the...
Well, as I mentioned, creative bookkeeping, and of course, none of this bodes well for my effort.
Could you give me a bit more detail about the note?
It's on Rosie's special pink stationery.
Thank you for telling me.
I would love nothing. As for Rosie's letter...
Understood.
Now hurry off before Mr. Hill returns. Where was I?
We're on the right track. We have to find the last of Mr. Bickle's friends. Agabus Filbert must be around here somewhere.
Hello there.
Excuse me, Mr. Filbert.
Tragic what happened to Bickle. But I feared Harlow's retaliation.
If you had spoken out against him as Mr. Bickle
Perhaps. But...
You said that Harlow committed an act...
Before my extraordinary wife, Dulcibella, passed away, as a surprise for her birthday, one day Harlow came calling. Before I knew it, I'd been petrified. I watched helplessly, lying there in my entrance. I was shaken to my...
I imagine you fear Harlow...
I suppose... Harlow does not like people talking, as you already know.
I've spoken with Mr. Bickle's friends. Now to find Natty. To be late. She said she was going to the Hog's Head. Perhaps I'll find her there. Natty must be around here somewhere. Natty's wand. She can cast without it. She wanted me to find this. She's in trouble. Revelio will show me where she was taken. Natty must have been taken this way. I need to find her quickly. The footprints led to this room.
Revelio. Accio.
A hidden door.
Revelio.
Natty must have been taken this way. I need to find her quickly. I'd better be sure to be seen.
It's not gonna work. It might. Using that girl as bait. Someone's coming for her. We ought to just kill her.
Harlow says her friend would be reckless enough. He wants them alive.
Only a Hogwarts student would be arrogant enough to come in here alone.
Just keep her
You've made a great expulsion. What are your thoughts on? Come on, do a break the bus back. What are you, shy? I've seen more courage in a floor. Destructive, aren't we?
The book of poems that was taken from Agabus Filbert. I'll be thrilled to have this back.
Revelio. Revelio. Revelio.
Natty must be here somewhere.
Revelio. 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 Revelio.
You found us. I knew you would realize I had left my wand for you. Speak to Mr. Rabe. He will over here.
I need your help. Hello, Hamora. Revelio. Mr. Rabe, Daisy told me you'd been abducted.
You spoke with my wife. How is she?
Worried about you. Are you all right?
I am all right. Thank you for coming. These locks are cursed, and there's an anti-apparition jinx on the cells. Even Natty's skill with wandless magic. I need you to find my wand.
Mr. Rabe, I found your wand.
Well done. I knew it was nearby. Now, you best stand back.
Revelio.
Thank you, Mr. Isco.
My pleasure. And thank you, my friend. We owe our lives to your bravery. I may be too weak to disapparate with you both, but I can try.
You go ahead. Find Officer Singer. We will get out of here on our own.
Very well. But be careful. Thank you, my young friends.
Be prepared for a fight. These Ashwinders must pay.
Revelio.
Otto Dibble's love letter from Rosie. He wanted me to destroy this if I found it.
Singer and put an end to Harlow once and for all.
Natsai Onai. I should have known. And you, the troll dispatcher. Oh, thank goodness the two of you are safe. Isko Rabe told me a couple of students had rescued him. Should have known it was you two.
Is Mr. Rabe all right?
He is. I sent him home to his wife. Miss Onai, your mother will not be pleased to learn that you're still risking your safety pursuing these dangerous men.
Actually, Officer Singer, Natty and I learned of several Hogsmeade residents who've had their lives threatened by the Ashbinders. In addition to abducting Mr. Rabe to blackmail his wife and Natty, they've also extorted Agabus Filbert and Otto Dibble.
I will look into all of that. As for the two of you, I appreciate what you're trying to do, but you are...
With all due respect, officer, the authorities haven't done much about any of this.
There's more to taking down an organization like the Ashwinders than simply storming it. I must insist that you leave them to us. Natsai, you may wish to speak with your mother about this before I do.
My mother will not like this. Thank you again for rescuing me. We shall speak soon.
Sometimes it seems all roads lead to Hogsmeade.
Handy resource indeed, your field guide. I'm most pleased to be included.
Did you speak with my uncle?
I wish I had better news about your uncle and Anne.
Well, what did he say?
I'm afraid he wants you nowhere near Feldcroft. Nor Anne.
I had to stop that goblin from killing my sister. He had no right to banish me from my own twin. If he thinks banishing me means I'm going to give up on Anne, he's sorely mistaken.
He also said he cannot excuse the use of dark magic in any form, and that if he hears of either of us using it, he'll go straight to Professor Black.
Huh? That relic, dark magic or not, is the key to saving Anne. To reverse that curse. I will not lose Anne for good. I should send the crest to Anne. She'll know that we need to meet.
I'm afraid I don't follow.
Nothing, just a thought. Now I'm more determined than ever to learn what power that relic has.
What did you mean you'd send Anna Crest so that she'd know to meet you?
We just lost our parents, and we were packing up to go and live with Solomon. We couldn't take everything. She was carefully organising her prized possessions. A box of... She got to her favourite, a handmade crest, and without a second... It holds no enchantment, but I've kept it with me since.
Be careful, Sebastian.
Even if Ominous is upset with us, he has no love lost for his family. He'd use their connections to the headmaster if we needed his help.
I shall wait to hear from you then.
Thank you. I very much appreciate you standing by me through all of this. I'll send you an owl when I have news.
I've always said that travel broadens the mind.
Revelio. Adelaide Oaks, isn't it? I received your owl.
Yes, I'm Adelaide Oaks. Oh dear. You see, my Uncle Roland is a metal trader who's quite well known in the goblin community. He normally sends me owls every week when he's on his business travels. In his last owl, he alluded to dealings with those radical goblins. What with the troll attack on Hogsmeade and the rumours that goblins may have been in... Should I be worried about my uncle?
I think you're right to be concerned, Adelaide.
You're much more understanding than Professor Weasley. She's convinced he can handle himself. Could you try to find out for me? From what I hear, you're almost as adventurous as Uncle Roland.
I take it you and your uncle are close.
We are. He knows I get anxious when he travels, and that's why he sends me all the...
Has your uncle traded with many?
Yes, for ages. Even speaks gobbledygook. But he only recently mentioned... He does it for me. He's sacrificed...
I'll try and...
Thank you. In fact, in his love, I do hope you're able to...
I hope Adelaide's Uncle Roland is all right. She seems very worried. Adelaide mentioned her uncle's camp may be near Brockborough, past the river. An astronomy table. Should prove useful once the sun's down. Knowing Amit, he's likely studied here. This be Mr. Oakes' campsite. I'm Rock's loyalist. Just ahead. Should I take him by force or be discreet?
Imperial. That was meant for me. I won't rest.
Bombarda.
No!
Accio.
I will make it.
Accio. Now to find out what happened here.
Revelio.
Mr. Oakes' trade journal. Adelaide said that her uncle kept notes of his trades, maps. Perhaps these landmarks will lead me to him. Mr. Oakes' trade journal.
Bombarda.
This could prove dangerous if I'm not careful.
Revelio. Bombarda. Imperial. Protego. Stupid. Accio. Incendio. Stupid. Crucible. Stupid. Bombarda. Imperial. Bombarda. Incendio. Petrificus Totalis. Revelio.
A rock formation. That's the first landmark on this map. Now to find the crooked tree.
Accio. Reparo. Revelio. Reparo. Accio. Bombarda. Reparo. Revelio. Reparo. Reparo.
That's that. Settled. Incendio. This looks intriguing.
Bombarder! Incendio!
Off on another adventure, are we?
I have been meaning to speak with you.
Ha! Another pitiful beast caught in my trap. That's just the beginning.
Really not very good at it, are ya? Rat this out! Someone had taken out last week! I won't rest until you're dead.
Bombarder!
Not sure how I'd fare in a little place like this. Nice to see you again.
Nice to see you as well.
What do you have for...
What are we in the market for today? Now, if you like what you bought, be sure to come in and see me again. Have I mentioned you're welcome to stop by any time?
Sebastian, a lost relic from a catacomb which requires a dark sacrifice.
I know how it sounds, but if this can help you, it's worth the risk.
Does Ominous know about this?
He helped find the scriptorium where we discovered Slytherin's spellbook.
Very well. If Ominous will be there, I'll meet you. We don't have much time. Solomon wants to leave Beldcroft.
What? Leave? Never mind. You need to stall him. Buy us time, Anne. Please.
I shall do my best. I'll be in touch.
Solomon can't take Anne from Feldcroft. Where would they go? When would I see her?
Sebastian,
I can't believe my uncle wants to leave Feldcroft. Anne's going to stall him.
Time?
I've learned more about the relic. I cross-referenced Slytherin's spellbook. That's when I realized something. I believe the relic will only work inside the catacomb.
We just need to get Anne to the catacomb.
Our biggest hurdle may be convincing Ominous. Anne will only give this a chance.
And we have to keep all of this from your uncle.
Let me handle Ominous this time. As for my uncle, he's not an Auror anymore.
Do you think your uncle would tell anyone at the Ministry about all of this?
If he found out, I doubt he'd go to the Ministry. He won't say, but I believe his strong aversion to... Anne thinks he once decided to fight fire with fire, so to speak. At least that's what she thought she heard, when he realized what his job had led him to become. So, I'm not sure he...
Good luck with Ominous.
I shall let you know when the four of us should meet at the catacomb. See you soon.
You can't imagine how inconvenient travel was before I invented Flugelheimer.
I have been meaning to speak with you.
I still can't believe we escaped the Ashwinders.
You may not realize it, but you are the talk of the school since you saved me that day.
I wonder how everyone knows about it.
I told my mother in the hope that she would be more forgiving of what I have been up to if it came from me. She likely told other professors, and news travels quickly. Unfortunately, she might, in fact, have been even less forgiving than I'd hoped.
If she knew more about what you've done, I suspect she'd be proud.
If she knew any more about what I've done, she would never let me out of her sight again.
I'm sorry. Has Officer Singer done anything with the evidence we provided?
She has not. Harlow is as strong as ever. Someone needs to stop him, whether it is us or Officer Singer. If someone had stopped the monsters like him in Matabeleland, my father would be alive today.
What exactly happened to your father?
It was a beautiful day. My mother had gone to tend to a neighbor who was ill, and so my father and I were galloping in the savannah.
Galloping? Your father was also an animagus, I take it?
He could become the most majestic giraffe, and he would carry me on his back, my arms around his neck. We were on our way home when we surprised a group of bandits who had come from our village. One of them saw me just as he removed a scarf from his face. He shouted and then aimed his rifle.
He didn't want you to identify?
Exactly. As he fell, and then he was...
Your fault?
He died protect... My mother and I tried to... A few years later.
I'm sorry, Nat.
He was. We all have our bad...
Yes.
Exactly. Soon you and I will... We are making progress. Thank you again for saving me.
Revelio.
You deserve all of the praise you have received.
Aloha Mora. Revelio. What do we have here? A demiguise. Mine now, Demi guys.
Some days are more difficult than others.
Natty, is everything all right?
But this is not one of those times. He should still be here.
It's not your fault, Natty. There's nothing you could have done to prevent it.
That is what my mother says. But he died protecting me. And I cannot help but feel guilty over that. I find myself reliving the moment more often than I would like. I believe I would feel less helpless if I could truly put an end to Harlow and the rest of Rookwood's miserable lot. Of course, you have put an end to Rookwood. And Ranrock. You've done a great deal of good that is a benefit to all. With Harlow on the prowl, there can be no real peace. Each day he
I agree, Natty. We'll get...
Thank you. Thank you for speaking with me. It was very helpful.
It's an outrage! No one makes a fool of Ferdinand Octavius Pratt!
Revelio! Sir, are you all right? You seem to be in some distress.
All right? Do I look all right? I've been kidnapped!
How can you be kidnapped when you're right here?
What sort of question is that? Of course I'm right here. I've more than one frame. Do you only have one home? It's my other frame. It's been stolen. And by students, no less.
Did that really happen, or are you simply being overdramatic?
Of course it happened! I heard it straight from the horse's mouth! Oh, she is a rather horse-faced girl. She and her friends were moaning about me of all the nerve. That's why my other frame hung. I once knew a portrait who ended up in the hogs.
Right.
Ah, yes. There I was, powdering my wig, and the next thing I knew, I was being as if I can afford not to be at my post. I do important work for the headmaster.
I could look into...
Oh. Off you go, then. Somebody! Help! I've been kidnapped!
I don't mind if you thought it would help.
Well, that's very kind.
The Daedalian keys are back. Aren't they brilliant?
Ah, the bells must be upstairs. Found them. I'll have to get those up there somehow. Wingardium Leviosa, perhaps? Accio! Wingardium Leviosa! Accio! Accio! Wingardium Leviosa! Accio! Revelio! Accio! GeForce! Wingardium Leviosa! Wingardium Leviosa! Accio! Wingardium Leviosa! One up, one to go. Accio! Wingardium Leviosa! Well, that wasn't too hard. Evangeline should be pleased about this, even if Black isn't. Hello, Hamura. The bells are back up, Evangeline.
Oh, you're a credit to the school. I can't wait to hear them. I can't wait for the headmaster to hear them. Future generations may not truly appreciate what you've done, but You don't know how much this means for me and for Hogwarts.
There's no telling what lies in wait for me in there.
Sebastian has gone too far. You saw what lies in the catacomb. I cannot stay here.
Wait, Anne, please.
Ominous. He was willing to put the whole hamlet and himself in danger on the chance that some old relic could help to heal me. I'm sorry, Ominous. Make sure he's all right, will you?
I'm glad you're here.
I received your owl.
Inside the catacomb.
Ominous. You did agree, and it did save your friendship with Sebastian.
For the moment. I thought we'd gone too far before, but Sebastian is in real trouble. I'm going back into the catacomb to find him. The place is crawling.
In theory? What are you talking about?
You'll see. We need to hurry. Sebastian must not be in his right mind.
Last time we were here, this place was crawling with spiders.
We're about to face worse. Let's find Sebastian quickly.
Where was Sebastian when you and Anne found him?
Just ahead. In the great room.
Bombarder! Potato! Stupid! Imperial! Stupid! Crucial! Bombarder! Incendio! Bombarder! Accio! Crucial! Frigo! Bombarder!
There weren't this many in theory before.
And there's no sign of Sebastian. Potato! Stupid one!
I was so worried about Sebastian I didn't even realize. Anne's gone to get Solomon. When she first saw the Inferi, she thought Sebastian was being attacked. But then he showed her the relic and said...
The carvings on the relic were Inferi.
Not exactly. He's controlling them. This is how, as Anne and I frantically barricaded the Inferi to keep them from escaping, Sebastian kept mumbling about healing Anne. When Anne said she couldn't stay here, I didn't realize what she meant.
Solomon threatened to go to the headmaster.
I need to get to Hogwarts. I must get to Professor Black first. I'll be back as soon as I can. Be careful. How many Inferi? Incendio.
They're everywhere.
Confringo!
Inferior!
Stupefy! Incendio! Stupefy! Confringo! Stupefy! Accio! Bombardo! Confringo! Incendio! Lumos! Inferior! Confringo! Confringo! Bombardo! Leviosa. Revelio. Accio. Guardian Leviosa.
There's Sebastian.
Isn't this incredible?
Sebastian,
I told you! The relic is the answer! I've been trying to reverse the dark magic that injured Anne, but this will allow me to control it! Just as I can control the Inferi.
Control? I had to fight the Inferi all the way.
What have the two of you done? Accio Relic!
The relic! You'll pay for this!
I'm ending this now!
That relic is insane. Accio. Confringo. Stupid. Protego. Stupid one. Accio.
Now you've gone too far.
You're supposed to protect us. Accio. Protego. Stupid one. Confringo. Imperio. Confringo. Accio. Crucial. Accio. Bombarding. Mr. Sabo. Stop! Stupid one. How dare you! Accio. Defender. Imperial. Descendo. Stupid one. Crucial. Leviosa. Accio. Protego. Stupid one.
She cannot be healed, Sebastian. You must stop.
I won't let her suffer. The Kedavra!
You've made your choice.
Oh, Anne. What have you done? I must get out of here.
I can't let him leave.
Sebastian, wait! Stop, Sebastian. Hold on. What is it?
Why wouldn't you stop? I was calling after you.
Anne won't survive this. She's withering away, inside, and he gave up on Anne. You saw him, didn't you? He was going to ruin her life. He attacked us. I had to use the killing curse. You know I did. If I hadn't known how to cast it.
You went too far, Sebastian.
I can't think right now. I need to leave. I can't stay here. I need to find Ominous.
Sebastian.
Please, I'm not myself right now. Let's meet later at the Undercroft, all right?
I know what that means. Merlin trial.
Imperial! Bombarda! Accio!
Bombarda. Rebellion. Accio.
Lumos. Incendio. Reparo.
Accio. Revelio.
I've always said that travel broadens the mind.
She's devastated. She just buried your uncle alone.
I did it for her.
Sebastian, Anne can't bear the thought of turning you in, but...
What? Turn me in? She saw what happened.
I'll give you some time to think, Sebastian.
Turn me in?
Sebastian.
Did you hear that? You saw what happened. I never wanted to hurt my uncle.
I know.
I can't believe he's gone. How did things go so wrong? Oh, Anne, I was only trying... You understand.
Don't worry, Sebastian. I shall speak with Ominous.
Thank you. You're a good... No matter what happens from here, I'm glad we met.
Poor Sebastian.
Ominous?
What a mess. I can't believe it. After I last... Before I had time to talk to Black, I heard from Anne. I rushed to... She was beside herself with grief. I don't...
We do have a choice. What good will it do to turn him in now? He clearly regrets everything. He's not going to do anything like this again.
We've both heard that before.
But we also need to think about Anne. She's lost her health, now she's lost her uncle. Do you really want to take her brother away from her too?
I understand what you're saying. Perhaps you're right. As much as I believe that Sebastian should pay for his actions, we'd only be punishing Anne as well. I hope we're doing the right thing. I'll talk to Anne. If it comes from me, she'll agree with this decision.
Thank you, Ominous. You're a good friend.
Whatever lies ahead, we must face it together. That I know.
Revelio. Revelio. glad you came.
Sebastian, I've received your owl.
Ominous spoke with Anne about what happened with my Uncle Solomon. She believes I should pay for what but she won't turn me in.
I'm so sorry.
The thing is, I think I can't blame her. I couldn't really blame any of you if you get...
Anne may just need some time. Surely one day she'll be able to forgive you.
I hope you're right. I realize I can't undo what's been done, but I can try every day to make up for it. I owe you and Ominous everything for standing by me.
Well, it wasn't easy, but I believe in you, Sebastian. I've had a sense about you since that first day in Defense Against the Dark Arts.
Seems so long ago. I'm glad you came to Hogwarts.
I wondered if you might teach me how to cast that curse you mentioned.
Oh, which one?
I'd like to learn how to cast the killing curse.
After all that's happened? Very well. You need to be precise with your wand movement. The incantation is Avada Kedavra. Are there any other curses you'd like to learn?
That's all I wanted to learn for now. Thank you.
Of course. You're the only one with whom I would entrust such knowledge. Let's speak again soon.
Revelio.
I wonder if I'm safe to explore in there.
You made it.
I take it this means you had some luck at the library?
It took a few hours and some eye-watering maps, but I think this might be the cave Doran told us about.
Impressive. Especially with how little information he gave us.
Well, I'm still not sure this is the cave. I stumbled across some folklore about a cave in the area. It's a bit of a leap, I confess, but I think I'm desperate for...
Did you discover...
Ridiculous, really. Rumour was that the cave drove people mad. I couldn't find any account by someone who had been in the cave. So either it is a rumour or anyone who went in...
Well, we're here.
Agreed. I wonder if you'd go blind from staring
Revelio.
at the moonstone.
Revelio.
You don't think the rumours about the cave are true, do you?
I suppose we'll find out, won't we?
Revelio. Confringo. Revelio.
It's
Confringo! Bombarda!
Voipers!
I beg your pardon?
This must be how the rumor about the cave started. The Whooper's song is said to drive anyone who hears it mad.
Accio! Revelio!
If the moon is here and so are Whoopers, I wonder if it's being protected.
Revelio!
Why am I not surprised? First the Whoopers and now this.
Accio! Revelio! Accio!
We need to find moths for those
Revelio!
spinners.
Accio! Revelio! Accio! Revelio! Lumos!
Lumos!
Accio!
Perhaps the runes on the walls have something to do with finding the moths.
Lumos!
Lumos!
Accio!
Another obstacle. I'm sure we can work out a way across.
Lumos! Accio!
Merlin! It's beautiful.
Lumos!
Lumos!
Accio! Revelio! Lumos! Revelio.
Look, where the water's bubbling. How odd.
Shall we take a closer look?
You read my mind.
Revelio.
Riley, it's even more beautiful close up. It's got to be here. I just know it.
Bombarda.
Given what Floopers are known to do, I never thought I'd be so happy to see this many of them.
I don't know. I've been listening to them for a while now. I'm starting to lose my mind.
Very funny. I was just thinking how it's proof that poachers haven't been here, assuming this is where the moonstone is. Which means we're one step ahead of them.
Revelio. Revelio.
We found it!
Revelio.
It's like staring directly at the moon. Well, we found what we came for. Now we just need to bring it to the henge.
Well done, Poppy. This did end up being the right cave after all.
A good thing, too. We need every advantage over the poachers if we're to get to the Snidgets first. We should do as Doran suggested and bring the moonstone to the henge.
Shall we?
We shall. If we leave now, we should make it there by nightfall. That's the henge, precisely where Doran said it would be. But now that we're here, I'm not entirely sure how to feel. We knew we were at the cave for the moonstone, but
Whatever it is, it had better have to do with
The clock is ticking and that... Let's make our way down. I think that's it over there.
How's your gran doing, by the way?
Nothing keeps Gran down. She set up a caterwauling charm and threatened to make a coat out of the next poacher that set foot on her doorstep. I still feel terrible that I'm the reason they went there.
Surely she'll be pleased you've gone after the Snidgets.
I hope so. Gran understands how important it is to protect those who need it. We can safely say we know where the moonstone goes.
Whoa!
Oh. That was a mooncalf dance. Do you know how rare it is to see even one? They only ever happen under a full moon. Though I suppose the moonstone allowed it to happen now.
Is the pattern they left behind on the ground normal?
All part of the dance. No one pattern is ever the same though. We'll need to draw this one to get a better sense of it. Can't wait to tell Karan that I've managed to see not one but 2 mooncalf dances. She'll be jealous.
You've seen this before?
It was pure luck the first time. I was on High Wing or I'd never have spotted it. It was the night the night I met High Wing, actually
I'd love to hear about how you and Highwing met.
I'd actually like you to know. About 5 years ago, High Wing had been captured by poachers. At first they planned to sell her, but soon decided they wanted to kill her instead. More money, I suppose. It felt like an omen. A good one.
What do you mean you'd had enough and...
You see, the night I freed High Wing was also I come from a family of poachers.
Merlin? I don't know what to say, Poppy. I can't imagine what that must have been like for you.
I never fitted in, but the older I got, the more apparent it became. Gran tried for years to convince my parents to let me live with her. Suffice it to say, when I left with High Wing, I flew straight for her house.
How brave. I'm glad you escaped.
So am I.
From everything I've seen, you're doing precisely that.
I've had a bit of help. I've never told anyone any of this, but I'm glad that you know. It's nice to have someone to talk about it with.
We were around so many poachers.
Poachers are nomadic, and most of the ones in the area aren't any I'd grown up with. That said, I suspect someone must have recognized me.
Do your parents know about the things you do now? Saving that...
We don't speak, or rather, they don't speak to me. Last I heard, they were in Borneo trying to make their fortunes there, acromantulas. However, I wouldn't be surprised if word has got back to them. Some days a part of me hopes that now that I'm older, I wish I could talk to them, get them to...
What was it like growing up?
The thing I remember most was how much we moved around. It was chaotic and dangerous and nowhere a child...
I'm glad you told me.
We should get back to Doran. He'll need to see the symbol, and we've got poachers. If you collect the moonstone, I can make a quick drawing of the symbol for Doran.
Are you finished with the drawing?
Just barely. I think...
Didn't the journal say the key to finding the Snidget lies in the moonlight?
Of course! That's it! We need to show... Perhaps we should head back to the castle and we can track him down.
Agreed. I'm ready to leave if you are.